come back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
Jermall Charlo knocks out Dennis Hogan. What up, sports world? It's just boxing. Undefeated WBC middleweight world champion Jermall Charlo, who has a record of 30 wins, 0 losses with 22 knockouts, successfully defended his title for the second time, stopping highly ranked Irish contender Dennis Hogan, who now has a record of 28 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw with 7 knockouts, with a show-stopping one-punch knockout in the 7th round Saturday night, live on Showtime from the Barclays Center, the home of Brooklyn Boxing, in an event presented by Premier Boxing Champions. Houston's own Charlo, one of the most exciting young champions in the sport, delivered on his promise that he would close the show in a spectacular fashion after going the distance in his previous 2 bouts. At 28 seconds of the round number 7, Charlo set Hogan up by feigning him on the jab before connecting on a ferocious left hook to Hogan's nose that sent him falling against the ropes. The 34-year-old Hogan was moving up after most recently challenging for the title at 154 pounds, rose to his feet before the 10 count, but referee Charlie Fitch waved off the bout. When Hogan was dropped in the 7th round, it was the 3rd time in his career that he had been down, and the 2nd time during the fight. In the 3rd round, a vicious left uppercut from Charlo just 12 seconds into the frame sent Hogan rolling backwards onto the canvas, but the Irishman rose quickly and got back to his feet. Yeah, man, the dude turned the cartwheel. But anyway, despite throwing for fewer punches, Charlo had the more effective and efficient attack. Charlo landed 86 of 266 punches he threw, so 32%, while Hogan landed 71 of the 418 punches he threw, which is only 17%. But despite Hogan landing on 61 power punches compared to 57 for Charlo, Hogan was able to hurt Charlo, while Charlo trademark power resulted in another highlight reel stoppage. I made it through 2019 and we're going to 2020 with 2020 vision, said Charlo in the ring following the fight. Shout out to Dennis Hogan for giving me a real competition and for coming up to fight me. Of course, my power prevailed tonight. We've been working on that particular punch, the uppercut. I tried to take him out with every punch, and we worked hard for it. He got up and he fought like a champion. Ronnie Shields told me to cut him off. I just threw the shot and I made sure I threw it right on the money. The middleweight division is wide open. I'm the WBC champion. I'm going to enjoy this and spend time with my team. I'm here to fight whoever. You have to make the right decision and do it at the right time. That's what it's all about. I wanted to keep going, but the decision was fair enough by the referee, said Hogan. I didn't see the punch coming on the 2nd knockdown. I was trying to keep boxing him, but then all of a sudden I was on the ground and the fight was over. I'm looking forward to spending the Christmas holiday with my family, taking a month off, and then we'll work on what's next for us. In the co-featured bout, Chris Eubank Jr., who has a record of 29 wins, 2 losses, with 22 knockouts, long-awaited United States debut ended in frustrating fashion as his opponent, Matt Korobov, who has a record of 28 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 14 knockouts, suffered a bout-ending injury at just 34 seconds of the 2nd round. Because it was ruled a self-inflicted injury, the result was officially declared a TKO victory for Chris Eubanks, who picked up the interim WBA middleweight title. Yeah, I was wondering why that fight ended in the TKO fashion win for Chris Eubanks. Okay, so now they explain. But anyway, Korobov, a top contender in the middleweight division, injured his left shoulder after throwing a punch that failed to land. After consulting with the ringside doctor, it was deemed that he would be unable to continue. I hope they do a rematch. I mean, the rematch would be just for Korobov, because the fight really didn't. I mean, first it was a fill-out round, and in the first round, and the injury happened in the in the second. But I felt like I was about to get my swag on Eubank told Showtime reporter Jim Gray following the stoppage. He just turned around and stopped. I was going to jump on him. I guess something happened with his shoulder. There's nothing to take from the fight. I threw like 3 or 4 punches. I was just warming up. In the build-up to the fight, Eubanks, the son of British boxing legend and former 2-division world champion Chris Eubank Jr., repeatedly said that there would be a new contender in the stacked middleweight division, despite not getting a chance to introduce himself to the American audience in the way he envisioned. Eubanks is looking ahead to a busy 2020. I'm the winner. I'm going to move forward and challenge for the belts. Said Chris Eubank Jr. This wasn't my dream. My dream was to come here to America and make a statement. Now that I've landed and I settled with the new promotional team, I feel I can get the ball rolling for an active 2020. It's a shame it had to start like this, but it is what it is. I was trying to throw the left hand straight, and I just felt the muscle immediately like I pulled it, said Karabov. It was a lot of pain right away. I couldn't fight with just one arm, especially being a southpaw. In a battle, former world champions to open the telecast, Japanese Ryosuke Iwasa knocked out the Philippines Marlon Tapiles with a devastating straight left hand at 1 minute of the 11th round. With the win, he earned his way to the vacant interim IBF World Junior Featherweight title. That was a good, exciting fight, though. I mean, that was an exciting fight. With the little guys. I don't watch too many other little guys fights, but that was a pretty good scrappy featherweight title fight. One of my favorite fighters at the lower weights is Navarrete, and I'll talk a little bit more about him in the next video. But this is It's Just Boxing. Don't forget to subscribe, like, smash the bell icon to get notification of all new videos coming your way. I'm excited for Jermall Charlo. I'm very proud of him. I'm hoping that he get a chance to fight Triple G or Canelo Alvarez. That would be the ideal fights that I would like to see him in. But they'll try to feed him Demetrius Andrade, but that's another video. But it's just boxing, and I'm out. Peace.